So let's say my workshop has just gone up in flames. These are the ones that I am grabbing, no fluff, just the tools I can't live without. So hopefully this actually never happens, but say it does, these are the 5 that I'm bringing with me. Now, if you're just starting out, these are the tools I wouldn't think about twice about buying again. The power drill, basically the staple for so many different projects. This would be the first thing I'm grabbing off the wall and running out the door with. I use this on basically every project. That is either drilling holes, screwing things together, or even hogging out material for different joinery. Putting the drill away, let's move on to the budget table saw, also known as the circular saw. I basically use this also in every project. It works really well for cutting down sheet goods, cutting relief cuts for joinery such as dados and other various joints. Now, circ saws in Australia, they go for around 80 to 780 bucks. Again, these are the tools that you don't necessarily need to invest super highly in, as corded circular saws tend to be that little bit cheaper, but they're still nice and powerful for getting anything you need done. Now, if you're looking for a portable saw, of course, getting a battery one, and I would recommend spending a little bit more on a battery version, because an underpowered saw just makes life a nightmare to do any work with. Now, moving on to a jack of all trades, it is the router. If you want edging, different joinery methods, or just cutting out different joints, this is the tool that you'll need. And in using this tool, you'll take your beginner projects to looking way more pro just by adding stuff like simple roundovers or edge profiling to your jobs. Now, I do really recommend spending a bit more money on these types of tools, because underpowered routers are not only a pain to work with, but they can also become really dangerous, because an underpowered router has more chance of kickback and is just a bit of an unpleasant experience. Now, these tools range from about $70 up to that $1,000 mark. I recommend getting a plunge router or a good palm router like this thoughout one, because it is a buy once, cry once type of method. You don't want to be trying to cut a dado with an underpowered router, because that is what will make you cry. Okay, now that we've talked about the buy once, cry once tool, that is the router, let's move on to the jigsaw. Basically a tool that helps you cut out templates. So if you're a big template cutter, this tool is going to be great for you. It basically just allows a really good convenience, especially getting into tight spots that maybe other saws like the circ saw can't get into. So these tools range from about $30 to $500. The big thing you want is to make sure that it is a nice, comfortable grip for you. It doesn't have a lot of vibration, because these tools can be really bad for that, and that you are putting good money into the blades, as they are the thing that is cutting the material, and if you have a good blade, it will tend to mean a better cutting experience. Now, the last tool I'm grabbing while I run out that door is my Orbital Sander, because once I build my projects, I need a way to make my finish look fantastic, and this is the way I do it. Now, this is another one that I would really recommend spending your money on. This tool will make your life so much more enjoyable if you get a good quality one rather than one of those cheap ones. Now, of course, you can get away with the cheap ones for a little bit, but you don't want to be sanding for 40 hours a week with a cheapy sander. So these sanders can range from around that $50 to $1,000 mark. Big range for a very simple tool, but I highly recommend the Makita sanders. Also, the Orbitals for the Festals and Merca seem to be really good, but they're those high-end prices. The other thing that I would recommend when you're looking at a sander is a corded version, because it's just so much nicer to have constant power instead of your battery running low, your orbital sander starts running slower, it leaves worse marks, and it just stops in the middle of the job. You don't have any more batteries, you basically can't work. And the most important thing of all with this tool is it just creates better quality finishes for your fine bits of furniture that you are all creating. So that's my fire list. These are my 5 tools that I would take with me when I'm running out of a burning building. These basically are the backbone of my shop, and they use them on almost every project without fault. But let me know in the comments what 5 tools you would take with you running out of that burning building, as I want to see what makes your workshop's cut. If you liked the video or you're building a workshop from scratch and want to see some builds using these 5 tools and maybe some 5 hand tools that I showed in another video, hit subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.